Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Uncle Vinny, Young Vince. We got the man in the building. We got Zargo FTP. What's good, my guy?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Thank you for coming out here, bro.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah. So, how's life, bro? How's shit for you right now?
Life has been so blessed lately. Like, every day I've just been so grateful and happy, honestly.
That's what I like to hear.
It just keeps going right over and over every day.
That's what I like to hear, bro. I feel like we hear a lot about, like, oh, life sucks, like, shit's not good.
Me.
When you hear, like, shit's going good, blessing, I love to hear that, man. Fire. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Zargo makes some really fire music, first off. We got... Fucking shout out to the logo too, right here. You
shout
see these around downtown.
Shout out to Saki.
There we go. Shout out to the gang. Yeah. But very unique style. You're from Toronto.
Well, Brampton, but
Brampton.
Yeah, Toronto, Brampton.
Bro, the amount of Brampton artists coming up right now is crazy to me.
It's been crazy for a minute.
It's been crazy, bro. I swear there's something in the water for Brampton, bro. It just creates artists,
Trust
man.
me.
So you grew up in Brampton?
Yeah, my whole life.
Talk about that a little bit. I know that's a cliche question, but I gotta know like the story behind the man.
So honestly, I was pretty bored in Brampton. There's not too much to do, so I had to find my own ways to be creative. I played hockey a lot.
Okay.
And then once I stopped playing hockey, I had all this like energy and etc. So I started playing paintball, and then I stopped playing that, and I was throwing crazy parties, and I was like, I have all this like kind of a fan base,
right,
but nothing to push on them. So I started making music because my friends were making music, my dad made music, my sister, and like I had been writing for a while,
right?
So I just kind of transmuted all that energy into art.
So that was like high school age,
that was much? Past high school, actually.
Okay.
High school I just fucked around.
Just kind of doing your thing.
Yeah, that's why I was playing sports.
And so the partying was after high school too, like throwing the party, stuff like that?
Yeah, that was like right out of high school.
Okay, sick. Was that more of like to turn up, or was that like a business for you?
It was just I don't even remember how it started. I just like threw one, and then my friend was like, yeah, I gotta invite some people, and then it ended up being like some Project X type shit. And I was like, I could do this, some more. So like once every couple months, we just turn up.
Okay,
just to turn
sick.
up, no real reason.
Sick. And you started meeting some people that were more kind of in the music lane?
Yeah. So then basically I met this set of twins, shout out to Matt and Mac, and they were like, yo, after the first part, they're like, yo, we can make this a thing. So we kind of created this group back and forth between my house and their house during these parties. And then I had some other friends who I met through the first guy who invited people out, and they were making music. And they linked me one time. We started a group together called Karma Club. So they linked me like, yeah, pull up to the studio. We knew this guy. He's got a studio in his crib. And then that's where I recorded my first track.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Sick. So it had a very like organic beginning for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dope. Were you into music as a kid at all? I know you said your family fuck with music.
I didn't have really my own tastes or my own perspective. So I grew up on my dad's music a lot, which was rock, and then my mom's reggae. So I had like, that
nice
inspiration. Yeah, a nice little blend.
Sick.
And I got into rap in high school.
In high school, but you weren't rapping yet?
No.
Okay.
So I started listening to it, and then I started writing some bars, just miscellaneous.
Okay, sick. Yeah. If you were to see yourself like from your age now as a kid, would you have thought you would be making music and shit like that?
Definitely not. I don't know what I thought I'd be. I always thought I'd be in the NHL.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was sick, but I was short.
Right.
So I stopped playing, and then I grew really tall.
That's so funny. That's like, yo, you know what? It's meant to be. It's meant to be. That's an interesting thing too, because like, I think everyone has that time where it's like, maybe this isn't what I'm gonna do. I gotta find something else to do. You know, especially as a kid, it's like we gotta find a way to occupy our time somehow.
Yeah.
That's real as fuck. So you got into making music past high school. Mm-hmm. Was it like always kind of consistent, or was it something you would kind of mess with and then leave it alone?
Once I got into it, I was into it.
Like that was it.
This is what I'm doing. I'm all the way in. Especially being in that group.
Yeah.
Like it helped push all of us. We all pushed each other, right? We'd all hang out at Melix's crib or whatever, and we just write.
And you said Karma Club?
Yeah, Karma Club.
KK. Shout out Karma Club. So being around people that had maybe similar like hopes and dreams helped push you a little bit too.
Yeah.
I feel that, bro. That's important. I feel like the people you're around really do influence you, whether you seem like you're an individual, you know. I am myself, but I think as humans, like, we always get influenced somehow, you know. So to be around people that are doing something that you like too isn't dope.
That's key. Like, today I make sure, like, I'm really picky with who I'm around. Like, they have to be benefiting me in some way, like, inspirationally.
For sure. Hell yeah, bro. Do you feel like that's something you've learned over time? Like,
definitely. It took me hella lessons to learn that one.
100. Trial and error, bro. Living life is trial and error. Like, fuck.
I think I just learned that through this pandemic.
Really, eh?
Yeah, like, really got it.
Speak on that a little bit more.
I don't want to talk about that.
Was it something you thought you had to change though, and you just like,
it was something I've always been really accepting of everybody.
Okay.
But, like, too accepting. Right. Like, I let people in too close to me, and it ends up hurting me in the long run. And, like, Charlie's been telling me that, like, yo, stop hanging with these people, you know. You can keep them at arm's length or whatever. But I had to really learn that through this pandemic.
Just, it became too much, like, too much of your
time. There was a specific incident where shit just went super sideways for absolutely no reason. And then, it kind of fucked me. I'm still kind of dealing with the repercussions of that. Okay. Yeah. That's
real shit, bro, because it's a decision that's good for you, but it's extremely difficult to make and deal with, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, whether it's like your girlfriend, boyfriend, regular friend, whoever it is, if it's someone you spent time with, it's hard to kind of cut that tie.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And it's like, am I cutting this because I'm being selfish or because it's not serving me? It's like, it's a thin line, you know?
It is a thin line, bro. I've dealt with that myself too, where it's like, me doing this will hurt that person's feelings, but me not doing it hurts me more.
Exactly.
You know, so I relate to that, bro. I think that's a part of growing up. Just like, fuck, this guy's not gonna like me no more, but I can't be there no more.
Life, man. I feel like life puts a lot of things in your life, and everything has an expiry date, right? So it'll put people in your life for a certain amount of time, and then past that time, it's just gonna hurt you. You have to just deal with it, right? Like, you get a new car, that's not gonna last forever. You get a new pair of shoes, it's not gonna last forever. Same with relationships with people.
It's very true, bro, and you gotta go through that, man.
You gotta go through that.
There's no way to skip that in life, bro. It's things that I said this before too, and it could be taken as like a negative way, but I view it as a positive thing. Like, nothing lasts forever, so the good times don't, so you have to enjoy them, but also the bad times don't either. So it's like, it's not that serious at the end of the day.
It's all about perspective, and either way, it's gonna help you grow.
Exactly.
So, like, if it's a good thing, cherish it while you have it, and if it's bad, then it's not gonna last forever. It's
not gonna last forever,
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. My grandma used to say that shit, man. That's real wisdom, man. That's real, bro. Do you feel like that experience and kind of the most recent, like, COVID experience influenced your music a lot?
Yeah, it definitely, it helped me as a person a lot, like, grow and change my perspective and the direction of my lyrics and music, like the purpose behind it all.
Right.
Definitely helped with that.
It's weird where sometimes you can get inspiration from, like, bad, like, tough shit, you know? Like, in my life, bro, like, that when I'm the happiest, I'm not thinking of, like, creating sometimes, but when I'm down, it's like, fuck, how can I express myself, you know? It's like a weird balance.
I feel like 80% of my music is pretty sad, because that's when I write the most, just to get it out and, like, understand it all.
That's like a staple for a lot of great artists, bro. That's like, do you feel like you have to deal with that though, where it's like, fuck, this is a great song, but I can't be living this way, you know?
Yeah, right. And it's like, I don't even want to put this out there, because then people are going to hear it and then, like, kind of take on that same vibe, you know? And it's good to listen to sad music sometimes to get through things, but when I fuck with Lil Peep heavy, and then when I'm happy and I listen to him, like, over and over and over, I just start, like, getting back to that sad boy vibe. I'm like, no, I'm trying to grow out of this.
It's true, bro. Because, and I love Lil Peep too. I was gonna bring that up too. And that's facts, bro. Like, the music is so good, but it does impact you. It does influence you, and it's like, fuck, I don't want to feel this way.
Yeah.
So, you know, we went through that like SoundCloud era too, where like it was a lot about like drug use and being sad and shit, and then you realize, fuck, like that really does impact you.
It does.
It's real, bro.
Your mental diet is important.
It is important. The things you consume, the shit you watch on TV, you know, it's all a part of it.
It is.
You in your music, you do have a lot of like talk about anxiety and drug use as well, and this and that. Is that sort of stuff kind of what you're referring to, where it's like that the what you consume kind of impacts you?
Yeah. And like, especially back then, like now I've been pretty sober and I've been making music away from that. Like I've grown out of that phase. But back then when I was making that music, people would come around and hang out with me and just get way too lit out of nowhere and get fucked up. I'm like, bro, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm a rock star. I do this a lot, but like, I got shit to do tomorrow. I'm
I gotta go buy groceries and shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I still have priorities. I still care about my like stupid lit every day. And I'm like, can you not come around? I feel bad because like I'm influencing them to just give up on life pretty much.
No, that's real, bro. That's like, there's this basketball player back in the day, Charles Barkley. Not sure if you know him, but he said back in the day, like, I'm not a role model. And I think I always fucked with that because like someone making music, playing basketball, like it really shouldn't be a kid's role model, but you are at the same time. So it's like, do you have a responsibility to be that a good influence, or am I just being completely honest? You know, it's like, you ever feel like it's tough to balance that?
No, I think I'm just transitioning into the role model stage now.
Dope.
So I don't really have to struggle because I'm trying to leave all that bad behavior behind me. You know, that was fun.
Yeah,
I'm over that. I grew out of it. It's tiring.
It is tiring, bro. I've had experience. I've definitely experimented and shit like that, and I always look at those times as very glad I made it out of that, bro. Because it's easy to fucking just go too far with it.
I've seen a lot of people get lost. Shout out Gucci, man. Don't get lost in the sauce, bro. I got lost in the sauce.
Gucci got lost too, but he came back.
He came back. I came back because I had that in my head. Don't get lost in the sauce.
Facts,
man. Shout out Gucci, man, bro.
Bro, I think about that a lot. Like times when I was in high school, like chilling with my friends, turning up, and so some of these guys didn't make it out of that, but we were doing the same thing. So I'm like, could that have been me? You know, it's like, it's crazy. It's easy to go that route, bro.
Yeah, it is. Some people don't even, like when you're in it, you don't realize how lost in the sauce you are until someone pulls you out or you pull yourself out.
Did you have people that helped pull you out, or you feel like it was mostly you?
I had that situation happen.
Yeah.
This pandemic, and it kind of made me like sit back and like look at everything from outside of it. And be like, all right, like I'm really upset that this happened. This, like, they had no reason to do these things to me, but I let it happen because I was acting this way and I was lost in the sauce. Right. So, like, I'm happy that it happened because it helped me gain the perspective to step back and be like, what are my priorities here? Instead of getting lit every day, drinking and smoking and just partying every day. Because it was like a pandemic and I couldn't do my performances anymore. So I was like, what am I... You know, like that's all I really live for is performing. That's like my favorite thing to do is perform. And I can't do that. So I kind of lost myself in the sauce in that sense. And then I had the perspective to be like, okay, there's so much I don't know that I could strengthen my craft for when everything's free again, that I can come back and bring that energy.
That's real as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Max out the time. Like, the time is what it is. Let's use it as best as we can.
Facts. Have you seen One Piece? Okay, there's like this arc, they kind of get separated, and then Luffy's like 2 years. We'll meet back in 2 years, and then for 2 years they all grind in their own specific craft to boss up, and then they come back together and they're like unstoppable.
That's fire.
So I feel like that's what this pandemic has been.
That's a fucking great way to look at it, bro. Yeah. That's a movie?
It's a anime.
I gotta watch it.
That's anime, bro. Good luck.
Bro, I saw that 2 animes. They're like a fucking 1,000 episodes and
One
shit.
Piece is 1,000, bro.
That's
I'm almost done Naruto. It's taking forever, bro. I got on it late.
No, yeah. During COVID, I got into Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that's just fire.
That's just fire, bro. I never one of my best friends, a big anime guy, never got into it, but I always appreciated like the music, the colors, the style of it.
Yeah, it's sick.
It is sick, bro. That sounds dope.
It also helped my like perspective of everything, because every character is like their own unique character. They always have their own superpowers, and like if you look at life that way, like every person is different. They have their own outlook and their own characteristics.
100%, bro. It's understanding that too is where you can succeed more. If maybe you're not the most skilled at something, but you have someone in your corner that's good at it, and vice versa, that's when shit really starts to move.
Facts.
Do you have a team right now?
Yeah, I have a pretty sick team. I'm looking to expand, but I'm pretty picky. Like, everyone has to mesh and gel. For sure. But right now I got Helly, my photographer, Donnie, DJ / astrologist.
Dope.
I got Charlie. Shout out Charlie. He's the owner of FTP, creative director. He does a lot of merch. If you need merch made, hit him up. You know, I see you art. He also paints. Who else is on my team? I got Stewie, DJ, photographer. He owns a studio. I got Musa. I got Byron. They're like my ground team, pretty much.
Dope. Yeah. You got a good team, bro. I
got a good team, solid team. Everyone's got my back. We all got each other. You know, it's like a family.
Hell yeah, man. I was fucking lurking the IG and I saw that. I'm like, okay, this guy's got like, I saw you're doing like some fashion shit. You're doing video shoot, doing your performance, like, and it was different people in each shit. And I'm like, that's smart, bro. That's really good to see.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you always have that mind where it's like, I want to have a team, or did it kind of naturally come up?
I kind of got that from One Piece when Luffy starts with just himself.
Really?
And then he slowly, like every other pirate, they have the whole crew. And he's just like, no, I want this one person, right? First he gets he gets like a swordsman. Then he gets a navigator. Then he's like, I want a musician. Then he finds one, right? So I've been kind of like slowly building my team and adding what it needs.
Right.
So yeah, I met Helly first. And then from there I met Charlie. And we kind of clicked together. And then I knew Stewie from before Karma Club days when he was doing shows and he had me come out. So then we collaborated, and him and my manager at the time didn't mesh.
Okay.
And that's when I was like super stressful. So that's when I was like, okay, I really need to slow down and make sure everyone gels.
Right.
So it's like a fluid machine.
Hell yeah, man. Because if kind of members of the team are moving in different directions, it takes away the whole point. Exactly.
And like at the end of the day, I'm the artist.
Yeah.
So my direction is where we're going. Right, so there's like two people that like this way, no that way, no this way, no that. I'm like, no, this way. Like, it was just a lot, but I'm glad we're through that.
That probably made you guys stronger at the end of the day.
Yeah,
that's real. So with putting the teams, I'm always fascinated with it, building a team. So when you were building the team, did you have that in mind because you just more wanted to focus on like the creative side and you needed people to help out with other aspects, or was it just to help make you stronger in general?
I didn't really have a plan, to be honest. I just kind of went with the flow.
Rate that.
Right, so like after I was in Karma Club, I moved to Toronto, and that's when I had met Helly, and we were doing a showcase called UU Uprising Underground. I don't even remember what it's called.
Okay.
But UU, right?
UU.
So it was me and him just doing these shows, and he was taking a lot of pictures of me, creating a lot of content. So I was like, okay, this is, benefiting me in this way. And after time progressed, I was like, okay, now I need producers to work, because I'm like, I have producers, but I'm shelling out a lot of money every time I want to make a beat.
Right.
And then I had met Charlie, and his brother is Donnie. So his brother produces, and then he kind of linked me to him, and I was like, okay, perfect. So now I'm looking for like a graphic design or a video editor. That's what I'm looking for, because that's what I need in this moment.
Video editors.
Yeah, video editors, hit me up. If you're cool,
guy up,
you can hang with the gang, like, hit me up.
There we go.
But you gotta be focused and not do too many drugs.
That's huge, bro. Work comes first, man.
Work comes first. It's not a party. It is a party, but it's not a party. You know what I mean?
When it's time to party, we can party.
Like, my life is a party, but like, I'm working.
Yes.
At the same time, like, the work comes first.
Yes.
The work is the party.
Without the work, you can't party, bro.
Right?
What are you celebrating without the work?
Exactly.
Oh, that's dope as fuck, man. That's really dope to see. And shout out to the homie Taylor from Acid Sport,
shout
too.
Out Acid Sport. We out here with the hat on. Come on.
Hell yeah, man. We got the stickers on here, too. fashion looks to be like a pretty big part of your shit too. Like you passionate about that side of things as well.
Definitely am.
Yeah. Did that start kind of when you started making music, or was that something you always had?
I really don't know where that started, because like in high school I didn't really have the means to dress how I wanted or really have a choice in my clothing.
Right.
So I guess it kind of started with the music. With the music I had to have an image, of course, right? Like when I first started performing, it's like, how do I want to look on stage? And then that kind of translated into everyday life.
Yeah, for real, bro. It's like living the 24/7.
Yeah, because I'm a brand. I'm a walking brand.
For
Everywhere
sure.
I go, you know, you catch me looking weird as hell. Like paparazzi catch me slipping, like it's not gonna go over well.
Yeah, you got to be on point with kind of the whole shit,
Yeah.
especially in like today's day and age. Like there's so many people doing their thing. Like you have to stand out.
Yeah.
There's no real alternative. You know, find
Yeah.
a way. Were you doing the purple and green hair from the get-go too?
No, first it was just straight black, and then it was like green tips. I always wanted to just go green because that was my favorite color at the time, right? So I had like green tips, and then I don't know what happened. I was like, "Fuck, I'll go all the way."
Graduated.
And I went all the way, green and purple. I wanted to do it for a minute, and then Lil Pump did like green and pink, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to do this before some other rapper hits it," you know? Like,
for sure,
that's
bro.
my shit.
The like that's that era of music. I look back on it and it was so wild, bro. Like the Pump, Peep, Smoke, Perp, all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like was that something that you fucked with?
Yeah, like back then when I was in Karma Club, that's the music they all fuck with. So I was hearing it and I was fucking with it too.
Yeah,
it's like Smoke, Perp, heavy. Lil Peep, heavy.
Same, bro. Shout out R.I.P. Peep, Lil Tracy.
Yeah, R.I.P. Peep.
I always really fucked with that time period too, because I was about the same age as them, and they're just going crazy. Like no one could tell them shit, and they were like making mad money too. Like they were actually huge. I'm like, they're shaking up the game now, bro.
They were.
That's real as fuck. What were some of your like main influences music wise?
I really don't even know. I guess my dad's rock,
right?
Like a lot of rock, Motley Crue and stuff like that.
Okay, I see that now. That makes sense. The glam and shit.
Yeah, some Jimi Hendrix.
Legend.
And then as for rap, I fuck with Childish Gambino. His just overall how much he does, like different avenues. I guess that's how I'm in fashion and music as well. Like that's inspiration because he writes for shows, he does music, he acts, he does comedy, like he does hella shit. I fuck with Danny Brown too.
Interesting, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
Those were like the first people I was fucking with when I started making music.
Okay. I don't know if I would have guessed those two. Yeah. That's dope to know.
Yeah, and then Playboi Carti recently.
Okay.
Like Playboi Carti. Actually, like way back, he actually came to one of our parties.
Playboi Carti came to one of your parties?
Before he blew up, like Come Down days. Do you know Come Down?
No.
They're a group from Toronto/Atlanta. So they pulled up to my party with him. I'd never seen him though. I was fucked up. They told me after the party. I was like, okay.
That's fucking legendary, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking legendary.
Crazy, bro.
Clickbait. Playboi Carti. That's
I've actually never really told them about it. Because, like, I'm not going to brag niggas at the party. But, like, it is crazy that, like, it's a small world, you know?
For sure, bro. Playboi Carti has a random ass song with Ram Riddles from back in the day.
Yeah, that's probably like around the time that he pulled up because Ram Riddles and Come Down were pretty close.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
bro, it is a small world, man, and when you see that, you're like, bro, that shit helps me to think like, yo, your dreams aren't out of reach because shit's just weird out here. Like things could happen
at any moment.
Any moment. When they told you Carti was there, were you tweaking or you weren't really too aware of him at the time?
I was fucking with Broke Boy, that track.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, what am I going to do with that information?
You might tell some people at a bar one day,
sick,
you know?
But like, cool. I just took it as like, okay, sick, we're doing the right thing, you know?
Interesting.
All right, cool.
And if he's going to pull up, he obviously has other options, but he's going to your spot. Like, that's pretty dope.
Exactly.
That's real, bro. Do you feel, though, like, are you the type of guy, like, if someone fucks with you, cool, and if they don't fuck with you, I don't care? Or is it like, I want people to think, like, I'm the shit, you know?
I mean, not everyone's going to fuck with me. I prefer it if they do. If not, like, I'm not gonna feel hurt or like be upset at them. It is what it is.
I think you gotta be that way, bro.
Yeah, it's cool because I fuck with it.
That's number one.
Like, I'm sick as hell. I already know that. And like, there's a lot of shit that is sick as fuck, but I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
That's just, it's outside of my interest. Yeah. And that's fine.
Nothing's for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
But you're 100% right. You gotta fuck with it first, because people see through that. Mm-hmm. If you're not confident in what you're doing, like, what the fuck? Why would I listen to you then, you know? That's real as hell, bro. The party shit, was there a time when you just kind of said fuck it with that? Like, you were bored of it, or what happened with that?
So, the cops were not too high.
Just coming through daily.
I had this one, the last party I had, there was like 12 cop cars, 12 or 17 cop cars on my street. And the chief of police was out there, like, pissed, bro.
No way.
Like, trying to, like, put me in the bin or whatever. And, like, the other cops were like, yo, just, tell him you'll never throw no parties again. And, like, he's really mad. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I was like, yeah, sure, I won't throw no parties. I was probably going to still throw them at my friend's crib. But then, like, 3 a.m., some random people pulled up, parked on my neighbor's crib after the party was shut down, like, parked on their driveway. And then he came out and they beat the fuck out of him. And, like, broke his nose and shit. So then my neighbors were pissed at me, and I was like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, I don't know. I don't hang with people that do that shit. Like, why would I hang out with someone that makes my life fucked up like this over some petty shit at night? Like, so then I was like, okay, I gotta lay low, because I don't know if he's trying to sue me or nothing. I'm not trying to piss off the neighbors, throw crazy parties no more. And I just focused on the music.
It's like your own Beyond Scared Straight episode, you know? It's like, fuck this.
I was like, shit, bro. I can't be, like, who are these niggas in my crib, bro?
That's crazy, bro. You ever find out who? Not naming names,
I never
just
found
random
out
as fuck.
I asked a few people, like, so one of my homies saw them pull up, and then, but he didn't see the fight or anything. That was all the info I had, and I was like, all right, shit, bro.
That's crazy,
so
bro.
I want to beat their ass, too. Like, fuck up my neighbor? What the hell is that? And it's not even a party or anything. Like, y'all pulled up for no reason.
Yeah, they just wanted smoke for random, like...
Shit, bro.
Man, I gotta tell you, bro, I haven't been to a house party in a long-ass time. Might probably be past that stage, but... The most fucked up shit always seemed to happen at house parties, bro. Like,
some crazy shit.
You're not really gonna have security there, right? Yeah. Like, you'll have people
you tried, but we're all also trying to party.
That's that's the problem. Yeah. Every time, and then it's like, fuck. Did something get out of hand most of the parties?
Yeah, that was some crazy ass stories.
For sure, bro.
Yeah. One time, the cops came and homie thought, like, yo, let me get everyone's attention, so he shot off a firecracker. And the cops just thought it was a fucking gunshot, rushed in the crib, started arresting people. That's wild, man.
When you look back on those days, is it like fucking, like, goddamn, how do we even make it through that shit?
Yeah, I just look back, like, what was I doing with my, like, what was I thinking?
That's so funny, bro.
Like, it's crazy, man.
Man, I do think going through that stuff, though, and, like, getting out of it unscathed, really is for a reason, you know? Like,
yeah, for real. Like, there's so many times I could have got locked up for so much shit that I was doing at those parties. So one party we had, like, my dad was doing the roof, so we had the roof shingles. We brought them in and made like a makeshift stage and did a performance.
That's lit. Just in a house.
Yeah,
that's fire.
It was fire. We did a lot of crazy shit.
That's
the house was pretty shit. Like, it was almost like a trap house because we were renovating, so like the floor was missing. There's holes in the walls from people getting in fights and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking wild,
bro. I'm telling you, man. There's some shit, like, not an old man by any means, but I can't see myself being in these environments no more,
I'm getting there. Like, it's still kind of part of the image, so I pull up to certain functions, but when I get there and everyone's just zanned out or just, like, on some nonsense, I'm like, okay, this is not for me.
Yeah, exactly, man.
There's nothing here for me.
No, I feel you, bro. Like, that's a good point, though. Like, pulling up is cool, but maybe not getting too deep into that shit no more.
I'll make my appearance.
Yeah.
If it's sick and there's good energy and, like, people I fuck with there, I'll stay. If not, I'm like, all right, hey, guys, saw you guys.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I gotta go do something
real quick. I'm going to write some music or something.
Fire, man. Did you guys document any of those parties by any chance?
I actually don't think we have any footage. We have, like, a few pictures.
Okay. 'Cause that Kanye West shit came out. I don't know if you watched it.
I wish we documented that, but we were not thinking ahead.
Who the fuck thinks like that? Right? Like, let's film all this shit.
Yeah.
Maybe now.
If I had Helly back then, he would have been like sick.
Yeah. Bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Maybe it's best that it wasn't filmed, though, you know?
Yeah.
No evidence.
Yeah, no evidence.
That's real as fuck, man. So, what's, like, what kind of shit are you working on today? Like, is it different than what you've been doing? Or is it just grown, you know?
It's a bit of both. It's grown. There's more of a message behind it. So I'm working on a new EP right now called High Voltage.
Right.
It's going to drop in May 6th is the date I'm planning for, if I can get everything sorted in time. But yeah, it's more meant to like inspire you and uplift you.
Okay.
Instead of like, drugs.
Yeah.
Parties.
Is it like a turn up vibe? Like
it's
like,
still a Ragers.
Yeah,
it's still
rage
Ragers.
vibe,
It's like metal. It's pretty.
I like that, bro.
Yeah, so I had a show at the beginning of the pandemic. It was called High Voltage. I curated artists that had similar stage energy as me. Mm-hmm. And that's where I got the name for the EP from.
Dope.
So it's going to be that same type of Rager vibes all the way through.
Just planted a seed for you a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, bro. I got to make this a whole EP. Because the show was fire, but it was the beginning of the pandemic and people were scared. They didn't know what the hell COVID was.
Yeah.
So I had to redo it, you know. I'm like, okay. I had a live band and everything. Like the biggest show I ever did. The craziest show I ever did, at least. It was like half capacity.
Right. Yeah. Craziest show up to this point.
Yeah. I still haven't topped that one. Not until I do another live band. Because like that was different, man.
Yeah, the energy.
Yeah, it was different. I don't know how to really explain it. But like when you have 4 people behind you contributed the energy, it's crazy.
100%, bro. Because watching a rap show when it's just the one person and the song is just playing on the speakers, it's not the same as a full band. Like, I don't care what anyone tells me, it's not the same.
Trust me, those drums like hit.
Yeah, exactly, man. That energy is not the same for sure. But I'm excited to see a fucking concert with you, bro. I'm pulling up to that for sure, man.
I got one planned in July.
Let's get it. I'm fucking there.
Tickets coming soon. As soon as the venue's locked in, I'm gonna start selling tickets.
Let's go. You're thinking Toronto?
The Garrison. I'm planning for the Garrison. Shout out the Garrison. You better come through for me.
Come through or else, bro.
Yeah. I got my publicist reaching out, but they have not been returning emails. So we'll see how that goes.
It'll happen, bro. I feel good about it. Trust for sure.
Me. Everything's been going blessed so far. The energy's right.
Dope.
It'll happen when it happens.
Dope. So I want to get back to, not to like, I don't want to like dwell on the negative side, but I just want to hear what you have to say about it. Like the anxiety aspect and the stress aspect, it's something that is like a big thing in the world in general, bro. Mm-hmm. Is that something where you feel like you battle it, like it's like an ongoing thing? Because I'll say, like, for me, dealing with stress and shit like that, it's every day, like, you gotta deal with something, you know? So
yeah, I guess it's ongoing. I still feel anxious sometimes, but it's pretty tame now. Like it has to do with a lot with your mindset,
for sure.
And like it's who shall pass, right? So like anytime I'm feeling anxious, I just kind of just breathe, and I'm like, why am I anxious? Like, I'm here, I'm me.
Yeah, I'm
more than equipped to deal with this situation. I was gonna deal with it.
Hell yeah. Right,
but before I just like let my mind kind of spiral. I'm like, fuck, like, you know, I'm anxious, and I just, you know, start sweating or whatever, get
panicking and shit.
Yeah, panicky and shit. And then, you know, but now I'm blessed, especially being sober. It's a lot. I feel a lot more in control of myself.
No, that's real, bro. I wanted to ask you that because I think it's good for people to hear that, where it's like, yo, it exists, like it happens, yeah, but there's ways to manage it. You got to understand, like, I like that you brought up too, like, being sober actually helps with it, because, you know, there's a culture of like, let's numb ourselves, you know.
Yeah, because I was always running from it. Exactly. And that gives it the power. I'm anxious, I gotta smoke. And now I get more anxious because smoking just makes me anxious. I drink, and then I'm more anxious because I can't even like think straight.
Exactly. It's kind of like, yeah, you're right, you're kind of running from it, as opposed to if you deal with it, you just realize it's not that bad.
It's like, really not that bad. Don't run from the elephant.
Stay calm. Don't run from the elephant. I like that. So was weed big part of your life, specifically weed?
Yeah, definitely. So I didn't really smoke until I was 21. The first time I smoked was when I was 21.
Interesting.
Like, most people I knew were smoking in high school and everything. And then I was dating this girl at the time, and she smoked daily. So, like, eventually I got to that point where I would wake up and smoke, and then it was kind of, like, downhill from there. So the last, like, 3-4 years, anytime I'm in the studio, I'm smoking. Anytime I'm trying to create music, I had to smoke. Anytime I was trying to be at a music video or whatever, I had to smoke. And I was like, why am I giving it so much power over me? Like, I have to smoke everything I do.
Bro, I feel you on that 100%.
Yeah.
I asked specifically about weed because I think that it's too under, like, talked, like, it's seen as harmless. I don't think it's that. I think it's not going to kill you, but it could become a habit and a vice, you know? And
it can. If you don't let it become a vice, it could be a very powerful tool.
Very.
But if you let it take the power, then it can be pretty fucked up.
For sure, bro.
Yeah, it can hold you down.
100%, man. Because your story reminds me a bit of, like, people that I've seen, and even the way I've lived at times too, where it's like it starts off not that significant, and then it becomes significant, you know, and then it's like, all right, I got to battle now, you know.
Yeah,
it's real shit. Like, I see a lot of rappers just, like, smoking obnoxiously all the time, and I'm like, fuck, bro, like, that's not, I don't think that's the best thing for you, you know?
It's like, I see that too, and it's like, as a rapper, as part of the image, I feel like, you know, I gotta just smoke. You know? I don't have to smoke. I could be a sober rock star. Like, it's lit. But at the same time, some of them, maybe they, like, as they smoke, like, they're in control of it, so it's like, it benefits them, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Weed's the one thing I've never conquered. Like, I've been a daily smoker at times in my life. I've given it up completely. I've been moderate. And every time, like, every phase, I'm like, bro, weed is such a weird thing, bro. Like, sometimes it just has you faded, like, thinking about crazy shit in a completely different place. Like,
sometimes in the studio, I get so manic on smoke, and I'm like, okay, I start working on a track, and then I'm like, this track is sick, and then, like, oh, this track sucks. I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
Bro.
Like, I wish I was sober, I could think properly.
Telling you, man, like, weed is, like, to me, and people are gonna roast me for this, I think weed's the strongest drug because it's so, like, you know you're gonna make it out of it, but it can put you in such a weird frame of mind sometimes, you know? Like, other drugs and shit, it just has you fucking geeked. Weed, like, it has you in a different way, you know? It's like you're aware of everything, but it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, you're so present, but you're not. At the same time, it is weird.
Sorry to go too deep on the weed talk, bro. It's just, it's always something I like to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Real shit. But I was listening to your music, bro, and it was refreshing because a lot of Toronto artists, I think, are associated in, like, the, like, gangster rap scene. Yeah. And then I'm like, no, there's other artists that are doing their thing completely separate from that. Yeah. Do you pay attention to, like, Toronto music in general?
I do. I don't really listen to too much of the hood side of things, but I'm definitely tapped in with a lot of local artists.
Dope.
Because I'm always trying to work, and I'm always, like, when I do my shows, I curate the artists myself, the other performers, to make sure, like I'll pull up to an open mic and be like, perform for me, to make sure they fit the vibe, right? So I'm always looking for more artists to collab with or have on my sets. So yeah, I'm pretty tapped in, but also a lot of the time I'll just be like, if I'm in writing mode, I don't listen to anything.
You don't want to get the influence?
Yeah, I try to, like, let myself come through all the way.
I like that, bro. That's a rapper thing for sure. Fuck it, I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
That's real, bro. I really respect where you come from because you're, like, you've touched, like, different parts of the scene at all times, like the event part of it, the fashion part of it, tapping in with other artists, making music yourself. Like, that's dope, man. I think a lot of guys focus just on making the songs. There's other lanes as well.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. Do you consider yourself an underground act?
I don't know. I'm kind of at that point right now. Like, define underground.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
right?
can't, because like Lil Peep was someone that was called underground, but how could he be underground with when he like bare millions of plays and shit? But it's just I guess the vibe, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Underground's hard to explain.
Like I would say I'm underground, but I'm kind of getting to that point where I can't be outside too much, because like people just kind of start flocking me and talking to me, right? And it's like I love my fans, I want to talk to you, but sometimes I'm in a hurry, or sometimes I'm just not in that mindset. I'm introverted, so I don't want to talk.
Right.
And people just come up to me and just, oh my god, I'm like, yo, chill, I'm just a person, bro. Like,
what kind of fans do you have? Describe your fans, bro.
They're all types of fans.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, as I said earlier, I'm accepting of everyone. So my fans are pretty diverse. And my sound is pretty diverse, right? So there's not one sort of specific fan I have.
Dope. I fuck with it, man. Don't discriminate out here.
Yeah.
And, whoever's real as hell.
Trust me. If it's love, it's love, man.
If it's love,
the energy's right, I'm with it.
Hell yeah, bro. I also saw on your IG you were in a lot of different countries and shit. Was that some touring vibe, or is that more vacation?
No, that was vacation. I have performed in different countries on those vacations, so.
Dope.
Yeah, the last trip I didn't. I was more just enjoying myself, more so like finding myself and healing through all the other shit I mentioned earlier, and then also burning my hand. I had to get my mindset right. But yeah, I performed in Australia once. I went out there with my godfather and my dad, and I went to the club, and then I was like, yo, DJ, I could perform? He was like, sure, bro. And he made the lights like green and purple. It was sick.
That's real.
Yeah.
Killed that shit?
Yeah, of course.
Hell
of course.
yeah.
Shout out to him. I only did one track, but shout out to him.
Shout out to him, man. Random club appearance. Imagine being in the crowd at that day. Random Zargo song in Australia. That's rare as hell.
Rare as hell. They didn't even know what they
super rare, bro. That's real. I asked you about like the go into different countries question, because I find it important sometimes to just change your setting. Like, go somewhere.
That definitely helped. Like, to step outside of your perspective, and then like to see what else is in the world. Like at that time, I burned my hand. I'm like, oh, my fucking life is over, bro. I'm like, my shit's fucked up, blah blah blah. And I step outside, and I went to whatever, Istanbul, and I was like, no one here even speaks English. They don't give a fuck about us. Like, I'm no one to them.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sitting here like, damn, I messed up everything, and like, it doesn't really matter.
It's one of the most freeing.
Yeah, it was so liberating.
It's liberating, bro, because you're 100% right. Like, in your crew of people, like, they know everything. You guys know everything about each other. And then a couple hours away, no one knows anything about you.
Like, all my problems are so insignificant, bro. Like, man. I'm stressing about this. Why?
There's a whole other world out there.
There's a whole other world. There's a whole universe.
It's true, bro. It's like a humbling thing, man. It's doing that, changing the setting, I recommend it to anyone who's maybe going in having a tough time right now. Like, just reset the brain a little bit. You know, it's like a good anxiety. You know, it's like you're out and about. You don't know anyone here. You don't know where you are. It's like a challenge. You know.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and like every time I travel, at least it's always love. Like, people are so friendly to me when I travel. I feel like they're friendly to every tourist or whatever, right? So, like, go out and experience the world, you know?
Yeah, man. It's hard to grow when you're in the same place all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who, I don't know if I'd ever want to leave, like, Toronto, because I fuck with it here heavy, but I'm also someone that needs to go other places certain times, too, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta spread your wings a little bit, at least.
Facts. I'm trying to get out of here, though. I'm trying to live in Spain. Spain stole my heart.
Spain.
Yeah.
What about Spain?
I don't know. Barcelona was just so fire. And I want to live in a castle. They got castles out there, so.
That's some Lil Tracy shit, man. I'm down to live in a castle, too.
I've been trying to live in a castle for a minute.
Hell yeah. No one else, just
the gang, bro. It's a whole castle.
Yeah,
the gang could stay there whenever they want, man.
Hell yeah. Isn't that weird, bro, when you go to Europe and you see literally, like, castles and ancient buildings?
Right? There's a whole history. Like 5,000 years, 10,000 years of history out there. And then here it's like, we're all stressed about these little things.
Bro, work and shit like that.
Yeah, right? I'm like, damn. That's crazy.
I feel you, bro. Even I've never been to Spain. That's on the list. But even just like I've been to Italy before, and like the sky is a completely different blue than what's here, you know, and like something that simple.
Yeah.
Just like, wow, man, there's a lot to see.
There is. Some of the sunsets out there are so beautiful, man.
It's true, bro. I think that stuff is a reminder too. Like when you said earlier, like gotten better at dealing with anxiety and stress, like, all right, it's not that big a deal. I think those experiences help with that too, you know?
Definitely.
It's like, fuck, I've been to Spain before, and I've seen how cool some shit can be. Like,
right?
Let's take it easy over here.
I see how magical life really is.
It's real,
stressed
bro.
About what? Like,
it's real shit, bro. Like, I think those times when you have that dark and then it becomes the light, as cheesy as that fucking sounds, is real, bro, because you can remember that shit and it helps you, you know, later on.
Yeah.
Real, man. What kind of shit are you trying to do post-COVID? I mean, maybe post-COVID, but what's the next step for you, bro? Just dive back in the tour game. I know you said Garrison.
Yeah, so start off with the Garrison show. If I can get funding and if the EP's getting love in certain places, I want to do a tour. Montreal, London, LA, Florida. I don't know what part of Florida, Miami maybe. You know, wherever people are fucking with, I'm trying to do a tour for sure.
That would be lit.
Yeah.
That would be lit.
Tour life, baby.
You fuck with the tour life.
I fuck with the tour life, man. I had most fun on road. Like, when we went to Montreal last time, that shit was so fun. And it was like 12 of us in a van in like a tiny ass one room apartment, like a loft. But like everyone had fun still. Like it was sick. Hell
yeah, bro. It's not about the glitz and glamour, bro. It's the experience.
Exactly.
That's real, man. That's again, I relate to you with that, bro, because it's like it doesn't need to be shiny, bro.
Right.
We could enjoy
I'm here
ourselves.
For the experience, man, because experiences, I mean, nothing lasts forever, but an experience stays with you forever.
Priceless, bro.
It's priceless.
Can't put a price on that.
Life is experiences, like.
It is, bro. That's the only way to fucking grow, bro. I think, like,
facts.
When you start getting too concerned with the dollars and you know the clout shit, it's like it clouds your brain, bro. It's like you don't appreciate the other things.
It causes you more stress and anxiety. Just let it go.
Way more stress, man.
Just let it go, because then you're always trying to maintain this thing that doesn't really exist.
It's a facade, man.
Yeah, right. You're trying to maintain this facade, which is different in everyone else's minds.
Exactly. You can't control what someone thinks.
Yeah,
about
you can't.
You know?
Just let it go.
It's just real
be
shit.
You, and at the end of the day, people will fuck with you and other people won't. But enjoy yourself. That's all that matters.
Exactly, bro. And going back to like you have to fuck with your music, you gotta fuck with yourself as a person. Like
exactly.
It's not gonna last, bro. If you're living what other people want you to live.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Like with my music, I always have people trying to tell me either what to sound like or how to promote myself and this and that, and I'm like, I know what I am. I know what lane I'm going in. Let me do me, you know?
Hell yeah.
And every time I've tried to like take their advice, it never works out because I start stressing out like this isn't me.
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with it.
So you don't believe in it.
Exactly. If I can't believe in it, I have to learn that. If I don't believe in it, I'm not doing it.
100%, bro. And it's one of those things too where you gotta also be good. Like maybe it doesn't reach as big an audience.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't get as many plays, but I keep my integrity.
Yeah.
You know?
I keep my brand as my brand, because like I could do a show and have 100 people there, and then all 100 people will go home and fuck with me. Or I could do some other show where no one knows me and it's like a jazz show, and people are like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's 10,000 people in the audience, but it didn't resonate with any of them. What's the point?
Exactly, bro. I like that you said that. That's like building a core fan base as opposed to just playing to 1 million people, but you know, they don't really know anything about you.
I'm not trying to go viral. I'm trying to go legendary.
I rate that, bro. Not trying to go viral, go legendary, man. That's real, man.
Big facts.
I agree. And that's too where you can. That's where it's a career. Yeah. When you have people that are your legit fans and they fuck with you because who you are, you have that. Like, you know, you have a consistent fan base, bro. As opposed to viral, it could be gone tomorrow, man.
Could be gone tomorrow. The next viral thing's there.
Exactly. I rate it, bro. You're a great example of someone who's like kind of crafted your own world. You know, you got your team.
Zargo's world.
Zargo's world, bro. Talk about FTP actually, because at first I can't lie, I thought it was the F the population vibe.
Yeah, we get that a lot. So For the People, started by Charlie. It's a group. It's kind of like a label. I guess we could say it's a label. Seth Dyer is another artist on it. Shout out Seth Dyer. And then myself, we're the two main artists. And then there's Donnie, the producer, Helly, the photographer, Stewie, the DJ. I think those are like the main official members.
Right.
And there's also CC. Shout out CC. She hosted the event I was talking about, High Voltage. Killed it. We got Nikki, we got Tank. Shout out Tank. That's the bodyguard.
Appropriate name.
Yeah. So FTP is, as it stands for the people. It's a movement for the people, obviously, to bring music that serves the people. Charlie does like a back to school giveaway every year, giving like books and stuff to kids. So we try to do events like that to give back to the people.
I love that, bro. I definitely want to pull up to the next event you guys do, man.
Sick.
Show love. I love shit like that.
We had a movie thing, like a music video event. I'm trying to get them to do a fashion show because that would be crazy. A FTP fashion show.
I love that, bro.
Yeah.
I need a FTP shirt, bro, or a hat or something, bro. I'm gonna come get that.
We gonna get the merch up soon.
Hell yeah, man. No, I love that, bro. I really respect it. Like, you guys are like something that I want to achieve too. You know, like have a crew where if we need to get anything done, we got the people to do it right here. Don't need to really go outside. You know.
Yeah, it's blessed. It's blessed because there's no stress about finding the right person and discussing prices and having someone trying to rip you off or whatever. It's like, okay, I know this person's gonna do the best work.
Got it.
Put up their all in it, and it is what it is. You know, whatever the price is, I'll pay it. That's my nigga.
Bro, say that again, man. Whatever price.
So whatever the price is, I'll pay it. That's my nigga.
Hell fucking man. Yeah, bro. The price is the price. If you want that good quality work.
I've never, ever asked anyone to go lower on their price. Any price they tell me, that's the price for I got you.
Don't negotiate.
If I don't have
art, bro.
I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit.
I'll hit them like 6 months later. Ayo, let's still try to get that shit done. Let's go.
Real shit, bro. Art, like, especially when you're, you know, coming up, like, you know, doing your thing. It's not for fucking negotiating. Like, it's not the stock market,
trust me,
bro.
That's my time. That's my value.
Exactly, man. I rate that, bro. Someone's painting, they're charging you fucking $5,000. Like you said, if you don't have it, you don't have it. But that's the price they're trying to sell it for, you know?
Yeah, if I can't afford you, then shit, I'm gonna level myself up. I'll come to you and I'll bring you down to me.
Exactly, man. That's real, bro. It can't devalue this shit, man.
Yeah, trust me.
It's
hard enough for artists out here.
Exactly, bro. You put yourself out there. You do a lot. You're trying to create. You're doing that because it's not the business world, the corporate world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be in that world. I want to be in this world.
Yeah.
Real, man. I fucking love that. What else? What for the people? No pun intended for these people and for the people watching. What are some other things that you do on your kind of off time, like when you're not really trying to record, you're not really trying to work?
So outside of the music, I've been learning French.
Dope.
I've been reading a book a week. My goal is to read 52 books this year. Right now I'm at 11.
A book
so I'm on
a
track.
week?
Yeah, a book a week.
That's serious,
It is serious, bro. I haven't started this week's book, honestly. I've been tired. I've been busy with I'm dropping a single April 9th, so I've been busy with that.
Right.
So I've been a little behind on my French, but yeah.
Good for you, bro.
I'm just trying to learn and grow and expand, you know?
Putting your time towards positive shit.
Yeah, because like the better I am as a person, the better my art will be, the more I can bring to it, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that every day I meditate, I work out, but not on a consistent basis yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it outside of music.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I rate it, man. What kind of books
I'm doing
do you like?
some fashion too as well.
What kind of fashion?
Shout out Drake's. He's got a fashion show I'm going to be a part of.
Bro, I saw that on your
Coming
story,
out.
actually.
Yeah,
That looks sick. When is that?
May 6th. I don't know if I'm supposed to drop the date. He didn't drop the date.
More info later on.
More info later on. We're just going to bleep that part out. Yeah.
Put that out, too.
I bet.
Lit. That's good, bro. Fucking, yeah, expanding your horizons, man.
Yeah.
Trying different shit out. What kind of books you like to read?
Spiritual stuff mostly. I've been reading a lot of philosophy. I also like to read fiction, just to expand my vocabulary and like styles of writing, you know. And then I've been reading some breathing books too, because breathing is key, especially for a performer.
Isn't that crazy, bro? How much everything's related to breathing?
Yeah, trust me, everything.
Everything. Fucking,
like it's life.
It's life, man. 10 times out of 10, I'd say when someone's really freaking out, they're not breathing properly.
Facts. Just breathe, like,
bro. That
steady
is
your breath
a
in your
huge loophole, bro. Huge. I learned that shit too. I'm like, yo, I'm tripping out, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm not breathing properly, and it actually helps.
It does so much.
Crazy, bro. Breathe.
Just breathe.
Everyone, just breathe, bro. Literally take a fucking deep breath, man.
In and out. In, out.
Bro, isn't it funny how simple shit is when you break it down?
Yeah, trust me, it's like everything is so simple.
We let it get complicated.
If you sit there and just appreciate every moment for its simplicity, you'll be blessed.
It's true, bro. I like that, man. Spiritual vibe.
Yeah.
Fuck with that. Were you always that type of guy?
I've always been longing for spirituality, but I never really had any knowledge of it, I guess. I've been pretty self-aware, but my mom was in the church, but she was always trying to drag me to church. I never want to go out of ADD. I don't want to pay attention. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I feel you.
Right? So I had no interest until recently. But yeah, over the last 3-4 years, I've been growing a lot more spiritually.
Good for you, bro. That's a great journey to be on.
Yeah, especially when I went to Istanbul and visited the mosques and stuff. I got a copy of the Quran. I've been reading that. Yeah, so just trying to expand my knowledge, man.
100%, bro. It's one of those things where it's like, if there's something out there to learn and it could benefit me, why wouldn't I try it, you know?
Exactly.
Maybe not everything's for me, but I want to at least try.
Mm-hmm.
Real, man. Fucking love it, bro. I like what you're doing. I fuck with the movement in general, bro. And quick story, man. I'm someone who wanders. I love to wander,
I'm a
bro.
wanderer too.
Wanderer, bro. Happy wanderer, man. I was fucking at Kensington Market at the parking garage. If you know about that, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. See this on the goddamn light post. Like a day after we set up the interview, I'm like, bro, what is this world, man? The universe is
the energy's in the air. Yesterday, I was downtown. I was in Kensington. I was shout out Tommy Riot. He had me in his studio, right? We were cooking up something. And so I get there and we're showing each other music, right? So I start playing one of Donnie's beats. And Donnie calls me, hey, yo, I'm in Kensington. Where your stickers at?
Dead.
And I'm like, dog, because, like, you're right around the corner. I'm like, pull up, fam. Like, right as I was playing his track, too.
Bro,
I'm like,
shit happens and it's so crazy, man.
It's so crazy.
But it's not even like a surprise no more.
Trust me. It's like the energy's right. The energy's right, bro.
Real as fuck, man. Keep your eye out for these.
Keep your eye out, fam. Bangers.
Love to see it, bro.
Shout out to Libra Fairy, man. Sticker plug.
We need that too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She's part of the gang too.
Shout out the whole gang, man.
Shout out the whole gang, man.
Is there any like music and shit you're inspired by right now? Even like older artists that you're listening to?
No, right now I haven't been listening to anything really because I've been creating this EP. I have not. Yeah, I really haven't listened to shit.
I rate it, bro. You know what you want. You know what you like. I love that shit.
So it's almost done. I got one more track to write, and then I can get back to listening to music.
Dope. How about it's like clothing brands right now? Are you someone that fucks with the big names, or you like to keep it smaller too?
I'm not picky. If I like the clothes, I like the clothes. I stay away from like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. I fuck with Chanel, like certain ones, are kind of like overplayed. I don't really, I'll stay away for it, like Burberry and stuff. Fire, but like it's not for me, right?
Yeah.
But I like local brands that like are coming up. I like to support that, and then some of the designer brands that are a little less known, I fuck with that shit.
Like that, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's good, man. I fuck with when people support local. I fuck with when people try to help other people, especially people that are in the game. You're trying to help other artists.
Yeah.
I rate that, bro. That's what make the world go around.
Trust me.
Huge, bro. So we're at about an hour. Is there any other topics you wanted to come through and discuss?
Not really. Just tune in April 9th. Block amounts dropping. May 6th, High Voltage EP's coming out. In July, we're going to have a Rager show at the Garrison. So,
Garrison, get off your ass, bro. Let's get it, man.
Hit a nigga up. Don't play me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't play me, man.
Fuck, bro. I appreciate you coming out, man. This was a dope conversation. Definitely looking out for new Zargo music.
Yes.
New FTP content in general.
Yeah. Follow for the people on IG. FORTHEPXOPLE. Stay tuned, man.
We'll put that on the screen as well.
We got the Rock Boy and we got Seth R&B artist, the rapper as well. So,
covering all demographics.
All demographics. Come on.
Love it, bro. Zargo, I appreciate your time, my guy.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, bro. Versatile Vigilante. We're out here. Shout out Acid Sport, too, for plugging us in.
Shout out Acid Sport, man.
Let's get it, man. 2022. Fire, bro. I rate that, man. That was a good conversation.